Hey there everybody, and moving on now to doors for the Adhoc building. As you know, they're already pre-made, already under code grade, did that at the same time as painting the rest of the Adhoc. Now I'm just going to start moving into each door individually, or as pairs depending. So I will paint this one by itself, these two together, and these sets together. I haven't quite decided exactly what I'm doing. The basic theme is going to be black and white though, to keep it in line with the building, and then this one, certainly the exterior here, is going to be done as if it's sort of beaten up metal, like it's some kind of secure door, and then I'll do some kind of wooden panelling on the back there. These ones, maybe I'm going to do something like black frames, black hinges, white panels, maybe even do it sort of window effect painting with weird sideways bunny ears, yeah. Don't know why. And then these I'll do as black with white panels, so that they emulate sort of Japanese screen doors. So I'll start on one of these, and you'll get to find out what it is in just a second. So catch you in a moment. Phase 1 complete then, and I've gone for a metallic paint to begin with. I'm going to cover this with black ink though later, and it will give me a sort of metallic-y, blacky qualities. So I'm kind of going for that traditional Japanese look combined with a bit of sort of a modern sci-fi look. I don't actually have any dark silver, so this is actually a combination of see if I can get these in shot for you. It's a 3:2 ratio with 3 parts silver, 2 parts tinny tin, both from the Vallejo range, whereas the silver from the model colour and the tinny tin from the game colour range. And that just giving me my base colour, and like I say, I'll knock it back with black ink later. Next step is I'm going to be painting in sort of these areas with panels, all with golden brown before making them white, so I'll end up with a sort of continuation of the black and white colour scheme. So I will just do the next phase and I'll get back to you in a mo. So as the golden brown applied, so you can see it's doors starting to come and look like doors, like something finished. So next up I'm going to paint in the panels white, and I'm going to do black ink last. Because the black ink actually no, I'm lying, I only do the black ink next because that's something I'm more likely to mess up, whereas the white I'm less likely to mess up, except on one point, which is with that one little line just here next to this handle. That's a bit of white I'm most likely to mess up, but overall I think I'd rather be correcting the black with the white than the white with the black. So I shall crack on and get these all inked up. Yeah, this will take a little bit longer because ink takes a little bit longer to dry. Like normal paint is pretty much dry by the time you finish the last thing. You can go straight back and flip them over and do this, but with the ink it will take a bit longer. So see you shortly. There you go then, that's everything inked up. Can't really see it here, but there is still a slight metallic quality to all of the sort of black metal framework. So the next stage is going to be to do all the white panels white now. I'll probably fade them a bit, either from edges to centre or centre to edges. I haven't decided quite yet which one to do. As ever, I just make it up as I go along really. So I'll get this all done and then I'll be on to fitting them. So here's the panels painted, doors are done. I've done this by essentially just painting around the edges with water. So just sort of around the edge with water on any given panel. And then using just cheap white paint and just blobbing it in and then sort of blending it out to the edges, blending it out to the edges, and it gives you this kind of chalky finish. Just so you can see the flip side of this door in particular, so you can see the other side. And yes, they're all turned out. I mean, you can see that it looks a bit worn and battered, but that's kind of the look I'm going for. I want this building to look like it's used. One thing to make sure you're doing is always keeping, especially these doors on the hinges where you have a bit of variation in the hinges and only certain pieces fit together, Make sure you keep them together and you can see them clearly. So yeah, it's done. Also, I have decided to do these doors as like white panels. It's almost like they're security doors this way. Imagine there's glass rollers on the, or rollers on the windows on the building. So I just got to fit these, and I will show you them in situation. So I'll be back in a mo. So just so you can see with these, we've got this hinge mechanism. Now the wire I'm using is actually just a flexi cable from inside a common ordinary wire that just split down. Now it's not quite bulky enough, also it's white, so it sticks out like a sore thumb, and it will show through all these gaps. Now this one's okay. If I grab this one a second, you can see the paint chips a bit, but that's just going to have to be lifted with, unfortunately, because it's from the rotation. This one's a bit tight, and so where it's rubbing against itself, it's just causing the paint to chip away, which is unfortunate, but just how life goes, really. So what I'm doing with this is I am taking just insulation tape and peeling it off, wrapping it around like so, just so that you're getting this is the width of the tape in this direction, and I'm just wrapping it around so that, sorry, this is difficult to do whilst looking through the lens of a camera. So then that gives me a pen which is a bit denser, and it will then run down through, but it will hold itself so it fills up that slot a lot more strongly, densely. You've got to wrap it quite tight. I'm just going to have to unwrap this, it's not quite tightly enough wrapped in order to fit, and then this will be the one that I use to fit it in to the building. So I'll just get this done. There's one last thing to note about using the black insulation tape before we go any further and forget, is that it just does this. Ooh, it just does this job of filling in the black. So you see that you can see the white there, and then you've got the black there, and just the tip of the bit of wire visible. So it just helps to fill in that as well, so it cleans everything up for you. Catch you in a second. So here's the front doors in situ then. We've got the two panels facing each other. The other reason for doing this like this is at some point, as and when it happens, probably once I've made enough posters, and I'll just shrink down a load of sheet of posters until they're teeny weeny, and I'll print them out and I'll use them as flyers, and I'll probably coat these doors in sort of flyers as if they're, and posters as if they are shop doors of some nature, or a local facility, or some kind of public building which does advertising on the exterior, so it puts posters in the windows. You should probably see if this is something they do in Japan or not, but meh, I might just do it anyway because it suits my purposes. But yeah, so you can see they're not quite perfect fits, but I'm not really fussed, but they do open out, they can hinge back, so you get this sort of you could organise them different ways to suit your purposes, and if it's your guy on the inside, you can arrange them to suit your purposes. They do flip in as well, so you could open the doors inwards and as well as outwards. So yeah, there you have it. Doors done. That's the main entrance. Here are the sliding doors then, all fitted. This door here, unfortunately, this one's easy peasy, but this other one, it's a bit tight. I think I'm going to lose paint from that at some point, but it's just unfortunate. But I just fit this panel here a little bit too tight, it would seem, which is a shame. But again, that's life. It's just how it goes. I think overall I'm pretty happy with the whole thing though. It's looking pretty good. Feels very Japanesey too. So a quick interior shot just so you can see the doors slide open. You get some pretty good angles there, I think, out into the main building. Doors slide shut. Yeah, you can see a little bit of paint's being lost on the left hand one already. If it's down around the runners, I'm not fussed at all. That's fine. I think over time there's going to be wear and tear on that, but like I say, that's just life, isn't it? And there's the back door. Of course, you might decide to flip the building around, make the two front doors the back door, and have them sort of like loading areas or something. Have this as the front door and have this facing the front. I might even make signs to indicate that as a possibility. And there it is open, so you can just see it with the panels painted on the back. So yeah, overall I think I'm pretty happy with how this has turned out. Just give you a quick round of the whole building now that it's complete as well. Here you go then, just a quick round of the whole building so you can see it with the doors fitted now that it's complete. I'll showcase this at some point when I'm doing some kind of battle. But yeah, I think you can see it looks complete now, it looks finished, it looks like a building. So I hope this has been of some use to you. I hope you enjoy your modelling, your painting, your terrain building. Remember to enjoy your games above all else. Cheers everybody, have a good one, take care, bye bye.